After reading the comments left on the FineLine Fun Christmas Flowers video, I thought that I should do a video showing in real time how I use the FineLine paint applicators to do these lacy flowers. Fast forward is nice, but it shortens the video time and it does give a sense that the paintings are done with a faster motion. It took me approximately 1 hour to do both the paintings in today's video. That hour includes the introductory chat time. This video is edited to demonstrate parts of the painting I think best show you how I created the flowers and to give you a sense of the real-time painting, but it also snips out parts so that the video is not exceedingly long. I hope you enjoy it and try some of these flowers yourself using the FineLine paint applicators. It just takes a little practice and before you know it, you're off into lots of FineLine fun. I am going to work on my December art journal. These are the Christmas flowers that I did yesterday. And I really do like them. This is just white craft paint in my FineLine applicator. This is an 18 standard gauge nozzle. You can get these at Blick. There's a link to it in the description box below. I also have been finding them at Hobby Lobby in my area. This is just craft paint, white craft paint, nothing added. No water, no medium, no airbrush medium, just white craft paint. I find that when I do that, the paint comes out just a little thicker and it gives a nice texture to a page like this. Now, I like both of these. This is the first one I did, and I was experimenting, and surprisingly, I think it came out better than the second one. I think on the second one, I was getting tired and my hand did not want to do the detail in here. So I think I could have done this area a little bit better. I'm not unhappy with it, but it is not as fancy as the detail in here. But what I like about this one is that I have this pretty blue in here. And on this one, it is completely covered with a simulation of lace, which is not bad, but I think that I would like to do a combination of the two. Do this pretty lacy technique and with more of the blue showing through on the petals like I have in this flower. So I did 2 more of these blue painted backgrounds and I'm going to be working on them. Now you may ask, why am I using blue when really red and gold is the predominant color in my art journal? Well, that is because I want to gift one of these out in my next giveaway. Just one. I'm still choosing which one, but that giveaway, and heads up, there's a giveaway. Look for it in my videos. There's a giveaway that's going to happen on December 24th. You'll need to leave a comment on the giveaway video to be entered, just as a heads up. So that's what I want to do. And then I think in this video, I am going to do another one, and I'm going to do it in real time. I've noticed in the comments on the video that I uploaded when I did these, that several people have said they'd like to try it, that they'd like to do it. Because when I do this in fast forward motion, it really shows my hand flowing, and my hand does flow through this, but it looks easier than what it may be in real life, and it looks like it takes less time than it does in real life. And also, I thought that it would give you an opportunity to see exactly how I accomplish one of these. And I also wanted to share with you a book that I'm reading. Now, this again is another library sale book. I pick them up when I can find them, and I usually find them for like $1, under $1 sometimes. But this book is all about our Christmas traditions, like where we got the Christmas tree and the Christmas flower. It goes through Boxing Day and several things in here, the skating season, Christmas Remembered. Now, I'm not going to alter this book, but I am reading it. It's one of my readings for this year. I might write another letter on the book jacket, on the inside of the book jacket, and put it in my December art journal as documenting that I read this book this year. But what I want to show here is a Christmas rose. And it's all in white. This is the Christmas rose. And I thought that I would draw off of this picture rose on another one of these. So I'm going to be using this picture, just the rose part of it, as inspiration to do another one of these fine line fun lacy techniques. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So I'm going to get started. The following segments are snippets of real time demonstrating how I used the FineLine paint applicators to create the Christmas flower paintings. To stop and say here that sometimes when you're squeezing the bottle, you may find that you're squeezing really hard to get something out, and yet you know that it's flowing. If you just loosen this cap just a smidgen, and when you do that, you'll find that you'll get some more air in here, and it loosens the pressure on this, and it will again flow just a little bit easier. I found that as I'm working, that it really does help me, at least. So you might try that if you find that you're having trouble getting this flow, like you're pressing really hard on this to just get anything out. Just loosen that cap just a teeny bit, and that will release some of this pressure in here as you're trying to get the paint to flow down into the nozzle. That's just something that helps me. I don't know if I can explain it, but it works. I don't know if I can explain why, but it seems to work for me. Now, if I were a really patient person, I would let this dry before I did this last piece. But I'm not that patient. I want to get this done, and I'm videotaping it. And look how my bottle, when I pressed here, look at how it's inside there. If you just loosen this cap just a little and maybe press on it like that, let a little air in there, and that will make that paint easier to flow through. Now I'm going to try, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take, happens to be a broken matchstick, but I want to hold this steady, so sometimes I'll take a paintbrush or a pencil tip or something and put it there to hold it while I'm working. Because if I don't, it will tend to slide. You could tape it on the bottom before you worked, but I am not a patient person sometimes when it comes to doing this. And sometimes I get caught on that, and I'll smear it. when I don't want to. But usually if I just take the time to do something simple like this, when I'm not in a hurry, just hold it with my matchstick, it's enough to hold it still enough that I can finish the last part of it. Now I'm going to go in and put the little dots in here. Just put them in there. However you think that they look pretty. Sometimes it's just a matter of doing it so many times that it becomes second nature to where each little dot should go. There. Now, another thing that I liked about this one is I like this white edge around there. You can see I put a thicker white lines there too. I do like that, but they were not planned out. And one thing that I've been playing with, and that's holding my paint applicator maybe about an inch above, maybe to get it started, and then I'll raise it up higher and just let that paint drizzle on the edge. And it gives it a nice line to where I'm not really touching my paper with the nozzle. And this takes a little practice. But the more you use these paint applicators, the more fun ways you find to use them. And the different effects that you can achieve with them. Just sort of like a circle. That may not be what I want, but we're going to go with it. Again, I'm going to do my next one here, being inspired by this illustration of the Christmas rose. Hopefully you can see it. This is the Christmas rose. The Christmas rose. But I'm only going to do that flower. I generally let these set overnight. Let them completely dry overnight. And this is craft paint. This is matte acrylic craft paint. This is not glossy, so after it dries, it will dry and you can use it without fear of it sticking. I will see you on the next page.